says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread.
Yeah, because of the lack of bread, exactly. And that's the only reason why these people are in peace right now. The reason why these people have smiles on their face is because there's not a lack of bread. When there's a lack of bread, we're going to see who are men and we're going to see who are little boys.
That's right.
Trust me. We're going to see who are men and we're going to see who are little boys when there's no lack of bread.
Because they say that grocery store has up to, I believe, 3 days of food.
3 days.
And that most of you people can't you can't even cook a meal.
Yeah, that's right.
You guys can't. You guys are eating all these microwave foods and canned goods.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So as soon as that runs down the grocery store, what are you going to do?
Well, they don't know how to pick any berries from the field, man. They're going to be picking all the poisonous berries.
Bro, these people don't even know how to open a can without a can opener. They're done.
Yep.
What are they going to do?
That's right.
They're going to have a can with food and they won't even be able to, what did I do? We got to get a can opener.
Especially these fucking women.
They're be so retarded,
Especially
man. I remember when I first moved into my place, I never had a can opener for like 3 months, man.
Knife
I'm
that.
just using a knife.
Yeah,
I don't give a
knife.
shit, man.
Yeah.
And the only reason I got a can opener because I went to the store. I was like, oh yeah, I need a can opener. And I just got it, man. I didn't care. I know to open a can. Look.
Especially these women, man. They're gonna be all messed up.
Yeah, they're gonna be fucked up.
They are messed up.
Especially when you can't, like you can't get your makeup, your cosmetics, your weave.
Well,
You're gonna
that's
look like shit.
that's when you're gonna see the true nature, man. That's when you're gonna see the true nature of why they're so low, man. Because then you're gonna see the true nature of them, man. The people who you see outside, it's all made up, man.
That's right.
This is all made up. It's an illusion, man.
Anyone had the precept?
I want Ecclesiastes 12. Somebody get Ecclesiastes 12 and 1. But keep reading. You have more, no?
Yeah. This chapter is second Ezra.
It says that
Oh my God.
It says
This is like $5.
Can I eat them?
$5.
You have any chicken? I give you some chicken.
Just watch the camera for a second.
I'm gonna get that.
Okay, this is verse 28
Yeah.
and 15. Behold, an horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth.
Yeah, because start at the top. Because there's going to be war, man. There's going to be war in all nations, man. First of all, you have all these nations coming together against America. America and their conglomerates. So America and like the brothers always mention, NATO, who's with America, Canada, who's a part of all of that, is going to be against who? Russia, China, India, and all these other nations who's ready to go against America economically, man. Everybody's ready to go against America economically. Everybody's is through with the American dollar.
That's right.
They're through with the petrodollar. Everybody wants to go on the gold standard. Why? Because with the petrodollar, the white man is able to manipulate the markets, man. With the gold standard, you are not able to manipulate markets, man.
That's right.
That's the only reason why there's so much up and downs. That's why there's crashes, man. That's why there's depressions. Most of the depressions are actually man-made, man.
That's right.
They're man-made. That's why these Amalekites, the so-called Jews, who are bankers, are doing what? They're doing quantitative easing. They're flooding the system with money. Why? Devaluing the currency, man. They know what they're doing. They are creating a crash, man, a stock market crash. They want it to happen.
Yeah. They already did it to other places.
They're doing it to, what's it called right now? Venezuela, man.
They already did it to Germany. Brothers always mentioned, was it Ryan?
They did it to Zimbabwe? Which one of those?
Hyperinflation. Yeah,
Zimbabwe.
Yeah, $1 million.
$1 million note. Holy fuck. Jeez.
That could get you like a loaf of bread.
Yeah, just a loaf. Yeah, that's it.
Says, also the Carminians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians.
Yeah, no, I don't want that. I wanted 16. What chapter is this? No. Okay, get Ecclesiastes.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. Remember now.
Select. I just put it in, right? It says the worthless $100 trillion banknote.
$1 trillion.
100 trillion.
Whoa.
A trillion notes?
100 trillion.
100
Not
trillion.
1 trillion. 100 trillion.
100 trillion.
notes?
This is May 6, 2016.
Last year.
It's still like that. Wow.
Well, it's just easing now, but it's still bad. It's still bad. It's still bad. And that's what these people are gonna go through, man. Hey, really and truly, you people should max out your credit cards, man.
That's right.
Because there's gonna be a stock market crash. And when the stock market crashes, your money's gonna be worthless.
That's right. When money stops flowing into the streets,
Blood starts flowing in the streets, man.
Right.
Yeah.
It says since 2009. This is from.
Hey, and that's when we're gonna see the true nature of you people that say that you're liberals, man. When the money stops flowing, we're gonna find out the true nature, man,
Right.
of you people that claim to be liberals, man, and that you love everybody, man.
That's right.
You're gonna become savages, man.
That's right.
You're gonna find out that John and Billy at your work are really not that cool, man.
That's right.
It says this is from CNN, by the way. Since 2009, Zimbabwe has used other currencies in lieu of its own, which it abandoned after hyperinflation of more than 5,000%
Jeez.
made it essentially worthless. It said this system of using multiple currencies has led to a deflation rate of 2.3%. We changed to a multiple currency system to stabilize, and inflation went down to 0%, and it was magic.
Hey, you know what that means? That means that the best thing for them to do is to leave the country, but they wouldn't have enough money to even leave the fucking country.
That's right.
They're gonna be stuck in that quicksand, man, and that quicksand is gonna be in hyperinflation, man. Like what happened in Germany. You'd go into the restaurant, the meal is one price, you leave, and the meal changes to another price, man.
Deutsch.
The Deutsche Mark.
It said the note, along with previous hyperinflated denominations, including the 10 trillion and 1 trillion, could be exchanged for US dollars until the end of April 2016, but it was only worth about 40 cents.
Oh, shit. Shit, bro.
You know what that means? If you send 40 cents to Zimbabwe, they were balling. They're balling. They're like, thank you for the 40 cents. Nice.
That means that they're in the jungles eating all the elephants, monkeys,
That's right, man.
It is fetching significant higher prices as a novelty item on websites such as eBay.
Damn.
Just as a novelty. People are not even taking it serious. They're just like, holy fuck, $100 trillion.
Holy shit. When inflation hit 230 million%,
We don't even know what that means.
in 2009, the country's reserve bank, infamous for its inability to contain sky-high inflation, declared the US dollar as its official currency.
Which they had to do. Which guess what? That's the problem with the majority of the Caribbean right now. They switched over to their own currency, and then they find out that it's unstable. Why? Because you can't battle superpowers.
Just like Britain, right?
Just Con. You can't battle superpowers, man. It's damn near impossible. Look at Canada. Canada alone has a hard time going up against the United States or going up against Europe, man. So how the fuck is a little islands and shit gonna go up against superpowers? That's how silly our people are. But guess what? It was the white man that did that to them. The white man sold the country out.
It says, from excessively high inflation to 2.3% deflation, Mangulia remembers the tough years vividly. It was so traumatizing, he admitted, we didn't have the tools to fight the monster that the economy was facing at the time.
Damn. You know who that is, right? It really starts with the World Bank, man. Because the World Bank is supposed to regulate all of that. But they wanted that to happen. Do you know who the World Bank did that to as well? Greece. They did that to Greece. They did that to Portugal. They did that to Ireland. They did that to Spain.
You're talking about the IMF, right? Or the top?
I'm talking about the World Bank. Yeah, the World Bank. Yeah.
The central banks, right?
Yeah. Come on.
It said the country had to keep printing money. Prices would change by the minute, causing stress revolving around the fluctuations. One of the devastating effects of hyperinflation.
Yeah, because how could you go to work when the economy is like that? How could you go to work? What are you going to get paid? What are you going to get paid? What's the wage?
It's a fixed rate. It's not at a fixed rate.
Cunt.
It was terrible. You'd have to pay for your coffee before you drink. Because if you waited, the cost would rise within minutes.
Jeez.
That's crazy. And then there's a subtitle: "Dollar is king." The U.S. dollar is the preferred currency in Zimbabwe at present, but others are welcome. That was really the point.
And that's exactly what's going to happen here, man. And it's going to be worse here. You know why it's going to be worse here? Because America, Canada and America, it's global, man. Zimbabwe is just a little hole, man. That's just a little hole. But this place is connected globally. When this place goes, man, it's over with, man.
That's right.
And guess what? Like the brother said, even though it was a joke that they could go in the jungle and do their thing, where are you Canadians gonna go and do your thing?
Yeah, that's right.
What are you gonna eat? Concrete? You're gonna pick up cigarettes? Cigarette butts? Like the scriptures talks about what we went through when we were besieged. We were eating the leather belts, man.
That's right.
Grass, people. That's what these people are gonna do, man.
That's right. Worse.
It's exactly what these First of all, you know who's gonna what's gonna disappear? Pigeons. Pigeons are gonna be gone, man. You know pigeons.
Trying.
People are gonna catch raccoons. That all those
Rabbits.
people are gonna eat that shit till you don't see that shit no more. Yeah, man. I'm just being honest with you, man.
That was it. I was still
Ecclesiastes?
Yes,
12.
please.
Ecclesiastes chapter
I got.
What do you have?
I got a scripture talking about we should eat our
Let him bring it
defiled
up.
bread.
It sounds express.
Or the defiled bread. Can I read that out?
No, not yet. Hold on. Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth.
Yeah, that's right, man, and that's why it's Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai through the elder and then to the elders, man, the elders of GMS, man, because they woke us up to this truth, man, in our youth, man, right? Because the time is still early for us to come into this, man. Keep going.
While the evil days come nigh.
Yeah, that's right, because physically it's talking about in the time of your youth as well, but it's also talking about before the evil days come as well, man. So before that evil day comes, whoever comes to this truth, that's a blessing, man. Go ahead.
Nor the years draw nigh.
Yeah, so before the years draw nigh, because a lot of brothers feel like, oh, because they're coming in the truth this year, that's the year that the world is going to end. No. The Lord,
That's what we all think.
yeah, we all think that, but read that part again.
It says, nor the years draw nigh.
Yeah, before the years draw nigh, because when the years draw nigh, guess what? There's not only going to be a famine of food, there's going to be a famine of the word,
That's
man.
right.
Go ahead.
When thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
Yeah, that goes back to the 5 virgins. 5 were wise and 5 were foolish, man. Go ahead.
While the sun, or the light, or the moon, or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain.
Yeah, because we're answering your questions now. Every question that you have, we're answering it now. So everybody should be happy that we're answering it now, because there's gonna come a time where the sun and moon and the stars are gonna be darkened, man. You're not gonna get any answers. You know where you're gonna be? You're gonna be in the dust.
That's right.
And what's the dust? Confusion, man.
That's right.
You people are gonna be confused as to what's happening, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, nor the clouds return after the rain,
Yeah.
in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble.
And that's what's gonna happen, man. The keepers of the house are gonna tremble, man. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, speak, brother. No, go ahead.
Hey, get the scripture he's getting. Yes. What scripture?
I was in Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3. 12 and 3. Ecclesiastes.
That's the time that we're living in, man. the keepers of the, it said the keepers of the house shall tremble, man.
Oh, let me get a precept for the thing that seek ye the Lord while he may be found. This is Isaiah 55:6. Seek ye the Lord Yahweh while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. It says, let the wicked forsake his way and the unrighteous man his thoughts. And let him return unto the Lord Yahweh, and he will have mercy upon him and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon.
That's what we're supposed to do as a people, man. You know, in the days of our youth.
Yep.
So as a young man, you're supposed to sacrifice your youth, basically. So all that fun time that you want to do, you know, you're supposed to sacrifice it to studying, you know, understanding who you are as a people, you know, studying the laws, you know, following like the dietary laws, so to speak, you know, basically like just rehearsing the righteous acts, you know, as a people, man.
Well, Solomon called youth vanity. He actually called it vanity because you're just a kid, man.
Especially like now, like in these times, because like these youth are a bunch of spoiled brats, you know, with no discipline, no order. At least we have order, you know, because for how much years, you know, through the spirit of Hashem Yahshai, for about what, like 8-9 years, that we've been coming out here week in, week out, man. You know? Sacrificing years of our youth, man.
Yeah, people look at us like crazy. You guys still out there?
Yeah.
Everything's still out there.
Come.
You know? They're going to quick precept bring this up. This is Ecclesiastes 11 and 9. Rejoice, O young man, in thy youth, and let thy heart cheer thee in the days of thy youth, and walk in the ways of thine heart, and in the sight of thine eyes. That's what these people do out here, right? Whatever feels good, whatever looks good, they indulge themselves in that, right? And then it says, but know thou that for all these things the Most High will bring thee into judgment.
We're basically like the loners of this world.
That's right.
No, yeah, because everyone looks at us as the weirdos. Oh, you guys are the Israelites. You guys are crazy.
Hate everybody.
And stuff. But in their heart, it's like they know that we have the truth.
Because that light,
yeah, it shines. So it's like some of them might try and some of them will even try and help you out, or try to persuade you, but fuck them.
Hey, well, a lot of you suckers, man, you're gonna try to jump on the bandwagon. The Most High's gonna kick your ass off the bandwagon.
Yeah, that's right.
Some of them be like, yo, don't go to camp. You know, stay with us and teach us. You know, if you go with them, that's why you're not supposed to go around.
Watch the videos.
It could be your family.
Watch the videos or come on here.
They could be like, stay with us and teach us in person. Show us in person. But only on the day when you gotta go to camp, they want to try and draw you away from the truth. To be with them. You know? So you gotta look out for those type of people.
It says verse 10. It says, therefore remove sorrow from thy heart and put away evil from thy flesh.
Yeah, that's why it's good to be a young man as well, because the younger you come to this truth is the more that it's gonna stick in you, man. It's actually not a good thing to come into this truth older, because you still have that old wine inside you, which is harder to get out.
Hey, remember in Star Wars? Remember? They didn't want to take Anakin because he was already too old, but he was a kid. But they start you from you're young, man. You know, you're really, really young.
Yeah, because it's easy. That's why I made the video about there's a good brainwash and there's a bad brainwash. Brainwashing is a good thing because the word is good. It's like you don't want to wash. Of course, wash means to cleanse, man.
Baptism. That's the baptism.
Yeah, that's the baptism. Yeah. So to be brainwashed is a good thing. But what are you being brainwashed with?
That's right.
That's right.
It says, I'm going to read again, verse 10. Therefore remove sorrow from thy heart and put away evil from thy flesh, for childhood and youth are vanity.
That's right.
And that's why it's not really the youth's fault now, it's the heads. It's really the heads. That's why when you hear in the scriptures, who does the Most High go after? He goes after the heads, man.
Yeah, that's right.
The Most High talks about the shepherds, man, that are leading the sheep astray.
That's
man.
right.
Jeremiah 12 and Judah mourneth for me.
Israel blank.
That's a beautiful scripture, Jeremiah.
You're not the
14.
real Jew, man.
Yeah. What?
I thought they're Yehudi.
Esau, you're Esau.
Mama.